Live from Studio 8 in downtown Wenatchee, Wake Up Wenatchee Valley is on the air for this Wednesday, 27th day of June, 2018. I am Dan Kuntz, your host, because my lower third says so. He's Steve Harrod, the news director, because the lower third says so. Kat doesn't have a lower third, but she deserves one. Let's get her one. Let's pitch in. Let's pass the hat today around the office, and let's buy Kat, our producer and director, a nice little lower third to put up whenever she wants to.
Match her upper third. That'd be nice.
Yeah, no, let's get you a lower third. Of course, I'll probably misspell her last name, and that wouldn't do us any good.
Technological term, folks. It's called it lower third.
Lower third. We're talking, that's shop talk. You
Shop
don't care. Good show for today. Do we have a good show?
I think so.
I just stuck my neck out a mile wide here.
I'll go out on a limb and say it was a good 3-star show.
Yeah, okay, we'll give you 3 stars on that. We got Jennifer in-house, and that helps. Jennifer Bouchon from the Town Toyota Center. Makes one
there's
of her
something going on there.
Regular appearances, yeah. They got a busy summer coming up, a lot of cool events. And here's a cool thing. Did you know this? Their 10-year anniversary is coming up.
Yeah.
Town Toyota Center opened on October 5th, 2008. So coming up this October, they're going to have a big 10-year anniversary party. That's among the many things we're going to talk about. You remember the very first event at the Town Toyota Center? The very first event, you remember?
I'm trying to remember. Wasn't it Carrie Underwood or somebody like that?
No,
I can't remember that.
No.
No.
No. It was a big event.
Was it the Home and Garden Show?
No.
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 What was it?
The Amazing Kreskin.
Oh.
Don't you remember Kreskin came to town?
I don't.
Oh, it was a big thing because 6 people were rushed to the hospital with bad vibes. You don't remember?
Don't recall that one, Dan.
You don't recall that one?
Don't recall that one. No.
The Amazing Kreskin has never been to the Town Toyota Center, and he won't be showing up either because he exited his earthly vessel a number of years ago.
He left with the Karnak, didn't he?
Yeah, I think they both 86 themselves. Something new we're going to do today, I haven't done this before, we're piping nitrous oxide into the HVAC system.
Ha, ha, ha.
So everybody will be in a good mood by the time this show is over. Weather forecast is coming up. It still feels spring-like. We're going to go through a fairly lengthy period of cool weather. There's a Pacific trough that's going to slide right in. Enjoy the sunshine today because it's going away by this afternoon.
I'll tell you what, it couldn't be more perfect than the afternoon we had yesterday.
Oh, it was beautiful.
Oh, just gorgeous.
I went down to Walla Walla Point Park, which, by the way, is just a crown jewel. I love it down there. It's a great place just to go people watch. But
Tonight especially because the farmer's market at the Pipe is too.
Yeah, you could do that. You could do both. But I went down to Walla Walla Point Park and brought my lawn chair. I'm working on a new book, which I'm really into, and it was just such a beautiful afternoon. But
You're
it wasn't hot.
writing a book?
Huh?
You're writing a new book?
No, I'm working on a new book.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Which I'm just engrossed in. And so I grabbed my lawn chair and grabbed a big gulp at 7-Eleven and went down and found a nice sunny part because it was sunny but not hot. And I kicked back in my lawn chair and I just was like 2 pages into my book and the sprinklers went on.
Oh.
I got soaked. And then I moved to another location where the sprinklers went on and there comes the sprinklers again. And I was like, I'm just an idiot. So in any event. What are we doing? Let's enough of this nonsense. Steve has the news, by the way. Sports, good night for the Mariners, not so much for the Apple Sox. We'll talk about that. Also, we have the obscure holiday birthdays today in history. Everybody is entitled to Mike McNally's opinion. And, of course, Jennifer Bouchon talking Town Toyota Center in the back half of the show. You ready to do it?
Let's do it. Let's check out the Valley View.
Let's take the tour. Again, Kat, our producer, gets to pick the cameras, with the exception of the cross camera. We always start with this one. By the way, the river is a lot lower.
Oh boy,
the spit is fine. It's just they've rebuilt the whole thing. It's still closed, by the way. You can't go out on the spit, but it's fine. The river is down there. There were kids swimming in the lagoon
Boy, I'll tell you
yesterday,
what.
chasing the ducks and the geese.
It's kind of crunch time because that's where they set up the fireworks for the big display. So,
But it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. The river is about where it should be now. It's all, I think we're done with that nonsense. But a beautiful morning. But again, there's a trough that's going to move in, so increasing clouds as the day progresses. Forecast details coming up, and temperatures below normal too.
So a little windy too?
Yeah, we'll get to that. Yep, a little windy, not bad. Windy actually is going to be tonight when the trough really comes through, but not so much today. Camera 2, Kat says, let's take a look at Rocky Reach Dam. That camera is from the Omi Gardens Lookout. It's kind of a little abutment that sticks out over Omi Gardens, and it's really hard to get to. You think it'd be easy to drive to? It isn't.
No.
But that's one of our PTZ cameras looking right at Rocky Reach Dam.
The spill gates and traffic.
Did you say Bill Gates is there?
Up 97A.
Wow. We got to get a story on this.
Spill gates.
Oh, I thought you said Bill Gates was,
yeah.
okay. I understand he has a summer home there. That's a cool shot. That's really cool. I like that shot a lot. So, of course, that little fish ladder thing on the right, it looks like a water slide. Can we go to the water slide, Dad?
Well, for the fish, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, in a way.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend people using it, however. Camera number 3, we say hello to. That's Lake Chelan. I want to say that's the Bear Mountain camera, I'm guessing. That's correct, Bear Mountain camera. I have not played Bear Mountain Golf Course yet this year. I got to work my way up there and 3-putt.
On the right, you see Manson?
Yep, you can see the Manson area. That's a beautiful view. And you can see it looks like the Lake Chelan area has less clouds than the Winnetachi Valley.
South Lake Shore, looking up lake there on the left.
And I want to say
Creek.
that might be the state park, as a matter of fact, Steve. It could very well be the state park. That might be where the Navarre Coulee dumps down. I'm not sure. Camera number 4.
State Park, I think, is a little higher up.
A little higher up? You might be right. And, well, there's Billy Goat. Billy Goat, Billy Goat. And that's zoomed in where the Methow meets the Columbia, the lovely hamlet of Pateros.
Hey.
Which brings us to our 5th camera, which isn't a Sky-Fi camera. There it is, Steve.
There it is.
Do the honors.
Brand new sign. You may recall that during the Carlton Complex fire that ravaged through downtown Pateros, also destroyed their iconic sign. Well, the Chamber of Commerce now is pleased to announce that they have their brand new, rebuilt and redesigned sign up there on the hillside about 2 miles north of town. So again, check that out as you're driving through, and hey, give them a honk as you pass.
Looks like the word Pateros is, what's the term when it's not attached to the sign, but it's actually
Kind of a basal relief.
Yeah, it's a relief. That's what it is. And so my guess is that's the shadow, or is it actually
Probably the shadow.
probably the sun? That's a good-looking sign.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get up there and get a better shot of it, though, I think.
Yeah. Well, that might be worth a road trip. Maybe just going up there with the camera and just
I think so.
find out what's going on in Pateros.
Congratulations, Pateros.
Yeah.
They're like the phoenix rising from the ashes.
There you go.
There you are.
You wax poetic today. From the National Weather Service, that way if you don't like the forecast, you can blame the government. Here's what it looks like. Increasing clouds today as a cold front sweeps into the northwest. It begins to build up in intensity later on today. It's going to make us cloud up a little bit, but not really a chance of rain. And when we talk about a Pacific trough paying us a visit, yeah, a little breezy. The winds are going to be tonight, though not today. Wind northwest 6 to 10 miles an hour with the clouds thickening up. By 5 or 6 o'clock, we'll have more clouds than sun.
I'm not a weather expert, certainly, but it seemed to me that thunderstorms kind of accompany the hot weather.
Yeah, where it's not going to be hot. That's
effect.
warm. Actually, as I mentioned before, all the way through Saturday, that's below normal temperatures. Normally we're about 82 or 83, so we're not at normal. Pretty cool even on Thursday. Look at that. For tonight, by the way, cloudy early on, then gradually partly cloudy. The clouds will thin out as the trough comes in and comes out. But that means the winds are actually going to be picking up in intensity tonight. Northwest wind 10 to 20 miles an hour, gusts near 30 at times tonight. Very low relative humidity, but no rain at all in the forecast. So partly sunny Thursday, 74 for the overnight low. For Thursday night, cloudy again, 56. 74 for the afternoon high, 56 for the overnight low Thursday night. Friday, mostly sunny, no real wind, high of 78. Not a bad weekend, 82, 83, 80. Of course, Sunday is the first day of July.
Wow.
But normally we have, at this point, we've had at least one, usually 2 or maybe even 3 stretches of fairly warm to downright hot weather. That has not happened yet this year. I don't really have
one 90-degree day, that was it.
Yeah, we just had the 190-degree day. That's all we've had this entire year. That's a weather anomaly.
Knock on wood.
Knock on very expensive wood. This table, $17,000. $17,000. But it's electric. See, check this out.
Well,
see, here we go. See, we can make it go up. We can make it go down. Isn't that cool?
Aren't you something?
I could just play with this table all day. 9 minutes after the hour, fair skies, 55 degrees. Again, clouds thickening up as the day progresses with mostly cloudy skies by sunset and then more sunshine tomorrow. Going to take a 1-minute break. When we come back, the gentleman to my immediate left has your news because that's what we pay him to do. The news with Steve Harris, 60 seconds away. Watch you wake up in Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Live channel.
RLS Productions presents Concerts in the Gardens held at Omi Gardens this coming summer, featuring the Infinity Project, a Journey tribute band, Too Slim and the Tail Draggers, the Wenatchee Swingin' Big Band, the Peter Rivera Band, and Invisible Touch, a Phil Collins tribute band. The objectives of the series are to increase midweek tourism to the Wenatchee Valley, the development of a world-class series overlooking the Wenatchee Valley, along with awarding annual scholarships to Wenatchee Valley College students. RLS Productions would like to thank their supporters and volunteers for helping make this all possible.
This is the NCW Life Community Calendar brought to you by Localtel. Dog Days of Summer, a family show, is Saturday, June 30th from 10 to 3 at the Town Toyota Center. Bring your family and your dog to this free event that includes agility training, vendors, and education. Also Saturday is the Eastside Parkway Pile-Up Cruise and Car Show on Valley Mall Parkway. Participants may begin entering to win at 4:30 p.m. For more information and other community events, visit ncwlife.com.
And now it's time for your local news update with Steve Hare.
Good morning. Here's what's happening around the valley today on this 27th day of June. Again, the man who told authorities that he set the Sleepy Hollow fire in Wenatchee appeared in court for his arraignment Monday, 3 years after the blaze ravaged 30 homes and other structures here in the Wenatchee Valley. 39-year-old Jeremy Kendall stated in court that he intended to plead guilty after it was ruled that he was mentally competent to stand trial. The court set a status hearing for July 2nd, so Kendall's defense attorney could be present. Trial dates have also been set for Kendall, a readiness hearing on July 23rd, and a trial date has been set for August 7th. Also, resolution has also been reached in the case of Edward James Salvador, one of 5 suspects charged in a huge identity fraud ring that involved mail theft around the Wenatchee Valley. Salvador allegedly opened fraudulent credit accounts at local stores, created and used false ID cards, and defrauded merchants by returning stolen goods for cash. He's been charged with 17 counts of unlawful fictitious identification, 12 counts of identity theft in the second degree, 6 counts of possessing stolen property, and 5 counts of forgery. Even though a resolution was reached in Salvador's case, a plea wasn't entered, so a change of plea and sentencing hearing has been set now for July 2nd in Chelan County Superior Court. Well, here's a look at what happened yesterday afternoon on Wenatchee's south side when a dump truck with a raised bed clipped some power lines. It happened on South Wenatchee Avenue near the Humane Society Animal Shelter. This image from our Sky 5 Valley View camera. There were no reports of injuries, but traffic was reportedly detoured around the area between Crawford and Terminal Streets until the PUD crews could make the repairs to those damaged power lines. But luckily, no one hurt there. No reports of a power outage resulting from that accident either. Lake Chelan Trails Alliance is partnering up with the City of Chelan and Chelan County PUD to expand hiking trails in the Chelan Gorge. Alliance members and volunteers will raise funding and provide volunteer labor to build and maintain the trail, which will extend southeast from the PUD's existing Reach 1 trail. Chelan Mayor Mike Cooney told PUD commissioners at their Monday meeting that the city currently lacks adequate trails and the city is also willing to shoulder the liability.
The vision is our administrator, city administrator, Mike Jackson and myself have talked about this a great deal as far as what role it would be, and we've ran it by our attorney, our city attorney, and we have no qualms in taking on the liability factor, removing the PUD from any liability of that. The idea of the maintenance will be not done by our parks. We initially started going down that road, but the Trails Alliance stepped up and will, through volunteer efforts, take care of the trails forever. And we'll memorialize the liability part, the operations of it, and the maintenance part of it. Chelan wants trails. The people are speaking out for trails. The interest in building trails and taking care of them is great. So just wanted to put out there the liability, the maintenance will be underscored by the City of Chelan. We want it badly.
Big project. Trail Alliance volunteers will install signs and maintain the trail at the city's direction. Jeff Smith, the PUD's District Services Managing Director, said the conditional use permit will be similar to the recreation agreement with the City of Wenatchee for trails on PUD land in the western foothills. Chelan County Commissioners say they're getting closer to finalizing a plan for the future management of the Icicle Creek watershed, but it certainly hasn't been easy. The county and State Department of Ecology co-convened a working group back in 2012 to find collaborative solutions for water management within the Icicle watershed. The challenge was finding common ground.
The difficulty in the collaboration is getting people to collaborate and getting them to the table. As we said with the process, it was the same way with the stimulus process. It was an open invitation, come to the table. Let's all bring our interests here. Let's see if we can, work through these things so that everyone has their interests at least addressed. And you may not always come away with everything that you want, but at least you've had everyone given an opportunity to give input.
Now, the Icicle Working Group is made up of a diverse set of stakeholders representing local, state, and federal agencies, tribes, irrigation and agricultural interests, as well as environmental organizations. Commissioner Keith Gaynor said the group met in Seattle Monday for a public hearing on the plan's environmental impact study.
Really what we're trying to do is better utilize the water resource that we have in the reservoirs that Icicle Irrigation has managed for about 90 years now, and trying to balance that with the hiking, the wilderness experience. I mean, that's the whole point of the process. And I think last night was a good meeting. People they seemed to get their questions answered. The first few times we went to Seattle, there was a lot of unknowns, and I think last night they were kind of drilling down to some of the core issues, and I think their questions were answered in a way that they understood what was going on. And I'm not saying that everybody is excited about anything happening, but it's difficult when you have a 5.5-year process, which has been a very collaborative process, to try and encapsulate that in an evening. But I think Mike did a great job for us last time.
Again, that's Chelan County Commissioner Keith Gaynor. Commissioners are set to hold their own public hearing on the Icicle Management Plan EIS, scheduled to start today, 4 o'clock at the Leavenworth Fest Hall. Also, Wenatchee School Board members will start the process of searching for a new superintendent when they meet tomorrow afternoon. The board will be attending a workshop facilitated by former North Central Washington ESD Superintendent Dr. Gene Sherritt about the Wenatchee School District Superintendent search. It'll start at 2 p.m. at the district office on Sunset Avenue. Brian Flonis announced recently his plans to step down from the position he's held for 19 years. His contract will expire at the end of August of next year. Also, Special Olympics USA Games coming to Seattle next week, and the Flame of Hope is coming through Wenatchee today. Here you can see it at the Winter Games at the Town Toyota Center earlier this year. The Olympic Torch Relay begins at Liberty Lake, winds its way through Spokane, Ephrata, and Wenatchee and Leavenworth on its first day. 47 law enforcement officers representing 47 states, along with 6 Special Olympics athletes, make up the prestigious final leg team for the 2018 Special Olympics USA Games Law Enforcement Torch Run. A brief ceremony will be held at Wenatchee's Centennial Park this afternoon at 3 o'clock. Our own Eric Grandstrom will be emceeing that event. You're invited to come down and cheer on law enforcement Special Olympics athletes as they prepare for Sunday's opening ceremonies of the USA Special Olympics Summer Games at Husky Stadium in Seattle. Also, Washington State Public Lands Commissioner Hillary Franz is hosting a town hall meeting in Chelan tonight to discuss wildfire preparation. The meeting is one of a series of informational gatherings around the state designed to promote fire-safe planning and wildfire response and forest health. Commissioner Franz leads the Department of Natural Resources, the state's largest wildfire fighting force, and the agencies responsible for preventing and fighting wildfires on 13 million acres of private, state, and tribal-owned forest lands. Tonight's meeting starts at 6 o'clock at the Chelan Senior Center. Attending with Franz will be her new wildfire deputy and Washington State Forester George Geisler, who joined the Department of Natural Resources earlier this month. And finally, on a lighter note, we leave you today with something you don't see very often here in the Wenatchee Valley. It's called Extreme Midget Wrestling, and our own Uriah Darby attended this event on Monday at the Eagles Club in Wenatchee, and he shared with us this short video. Boy, that was a lot of fun.
I don't know about that. I just don't
I
know.
got a kick out of that. That's funny. That's good stuff.
They tour, apparently. This is their part of their Northwest tour, and they go around from town to town. It's a troupe of them, and they wrestle each
It's
other.
like acrobatics, really. But, you know, I'm an old fan of professional wrestling back in
Well,
the
it's
day.
real, you know, professional wrestling.
No.
You know, that's the real deal.
Oh,
you know.
sure. I remember guys like Freddie Blassie and Mr. Moto and
Good God, how old are you? Sometimes I forget those things.
well, Freddie Blassie was the first guy to break a beer can on his head. See,
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
yeah.
Okay. Hi, everybody. The news with Grant Olson comes your way at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock. 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock are your three chances to watch the news on television, or as we like to say in the business, TV. And in case you're curious, Grant has his own lower third that we're very proud of. If you prefer to consume your news online, it'll be available on our website late in the afternoon, early in the evening, also on our Facebook page. And there you go. So find out what happened on this Wednesday with Eric at the news, Eric at the sports, and Grant has the news and the weather. We all kind of, as a team, gather the news under the direction of the man to my immediate left, Steve Hare, who will let you know how you can get a hold of us.
That's right.
That's also a lower third.
All you need to do is contact us by email at news@ncwlife.com. Very simple. Also, you can contact us on our webpage by clicking the tab at the top of the page that says Contact Us or News Tips, ncwlife.com. Contact us on Facebook and Twitter. And of course, if you have breaking news to report, call us on the hotline at 888-6295. We'll get it right.
You always struggle with that phone number.
Well, I don't always, but sometimes I do.
Oh.
I'd like anything I can do to turn his face red, folks. I'll
You
do
did it. You did it. You just cracked me up, Steve.
It's 888 NCWL.
NCWL. See right there.
I never like to do that though, because I
Yeah.
always have a hard time punching the right buttons for the numbers. So it's
Oh, okay.
888-6295.
There you go.
There you are.
Whatever it takes, get a hold of us. 22 minutes after they are going to take a quick break, provided this show won't be canceled in the next 57 seconds. Sports is next. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley live this morning from Studio 9 in downtown Wenatchee on the NCW Life channel.
I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCW Life channel.
I'm Eric Grandstrom with NCW Life
I'm
Sports.
NCW Life News Director Steve Hare.
Catch us on Local Tel Channel
You
12.
can watch us on Charter Channel 19 or stream us live on ncwlife.com.
Follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook.
Where we cover the local high schools, the Wenatchee Wild, and the pro teams out of Seattle.
On Saturday, we have a 90% chance of rain.
Catch it all right here on the NCW Life channel.
Wenatchee Valley College is now offering 4-year degrees. The need for engineering technologists is rapidly growing, and the new Bachelor of Applied Science in Engineering Technology is designed to meet the needs of local employers. Students with an associate degree can complete the program in only 2 or 3 years. The program is accepting just 20 students for fall quarter. Apply now at wvc.edu/engineeringtech.
7:24 if you're watching this live, 9:24 if you're watching this on tape, and if you watch the 11 o'clock rerun, it doesn't matter because I'm asleep. Sports, Ty Holstrom did all the damage himself for the Bend Elks last night. He hit 2 two-run home runs, and Bend knocked out the Apple Sox 4-2 the final at Paul Thomas Senior Field. Trailing 4-1 heading into the bottom of the ninth, Wenatchee made things rather interesting. A nice little comeback. J.T. Schwartz got aboard with a leadoff walk. 1 out later, Jake Taylor battled through a 10-pitch at-bat to make things interesting. To the bottom of the ninth we go. Joel Norman has the call, the Apple Sox Broadcasting Network.
And the pitch. Swung on in the air to right center field, and this one will get down. A high hop. Schwartz gets the wave around, and he will come in easily. It's an RBI single for Jake Taylor, and the Sox get one back in the ninth. Hit over toward the shortstop side, off the glove of Alvarez, and it's into left field. First and second for the Sox as Taylor holds up at second. It's Spellacy with his second hit in as many innings. He's on at first, and Taylor moves to second. There's at first and second, and 2 outs for the Sox in the ninth. Inside edge called, strike 3, and that's how the ball game ends. A close call, but Marenko stares at strike 3, and the Sox fall 4-2 tonight.
A valiant effort in the ninth, but it goes for naught. Wenatchee falls 4-2. Steen Fredrickson takes the loss. He allowed both of Holstrom's home runs in the 4 innings of work. John Sage had a good night at the plate for the Apple Sox. He went 3 for 4 with a double and an RBI. Ben starter R.J. Robles gets the win. He went 5 innings, allowed 1 run, 3 hits, 9 strikeouts. These 2 teams will go battle at it again tonight. 7:05, Paul Thomas Senior Field. Dawson Day will toe the rubber for the Apple Sox. The Elks will go with Drew Zamuda. On the Les Schwab scoreboard, West Coast League last night, there you see it on your screen. Portland unleashed 21 hits, including 8 extra base hits and 3 home runs. Needless to say, they beat Corvallis. The final was 17-2. Nick DiCarlo, 3 for 4 with 3 runs, a double, and an RBI. He led Yakima Valley past Cowlitz, the final there. 11-3. Drew Williams had an RBI base hit in a 4-run 5th inning. Kelowna beat Port Angeles 6-2. By the way, Williams ends the night 3 for 5 with a run in 3 games this week. He's a freshman from Hollister, California. He's gone 9 for 14, Mr. Williams has, driven in 5 runs and a .643 batting average. That's good. Jordan Hovey's 3-run home run eased a 1-run deficit, and they powered Walla Walla past Victoria 6-1. And there was one non-league game last night. Bellingham pounding out 19 hits, including a home run by Zach Needham, and a 13-2 win over the Seattle Wall Bangers. On tap tonight, your schedule: Portland is at Corvallis, Yakima Valley hosts Cowlitz, Victoria is at Walla Walla, Kelowna hosts Port Angeles, and in a non-league game, the Highline Bears are at Bellingham. Kyle Seager was a one-man wrecking crew last night. He drove in all 3 of Seattle's runs with a home run and a 2-run base hit, and Seattle knocks off Baltimore 3-2. The Orioles grabbed the early lead. Former Mariner Danny Valencia, you remember him? He had a home run off Seattle starter James Paxton in the 2nd, and then Kyle Seager tied it in the 4th with his 14th home run of the season. In the 8th, bases loaded, Seager, base hit, center field, in comes Dee Gordon, in comes Gene Segura to take the lead. Edwin Diaz came out of the 9th, earned his 29th save of the year. He did allow a 1-out base hit by Valencia. James Paxton gets the victory, his 7th of the season, 7 innings, 2 runs is all he allowed, 6 hits, 10 strikeouts. Manager Scott Service with Florida-Georgia line playing in the background. I hope we don't have to pay them any royalties. Manager Scott Service says he continues to be impressed by Paxton's grit and determination.
Good stuff early. I thought he was outstanding really all night. He ran into trouble. They put a couple up there, but not just the 1 inning. You know, the 2 strike hits he gave up, put in hard contact, but they found some holes. But you know, the big pitch of the night was probably the 3-1 fastball he got in on Machado for the double play ball, and then worked through that inning. But outstanding effort by Pax tonight. You know, we did just enough offensively there at the end. I thought Gaussman threw the ball very well, but you know, we had some good at-bats there against O'Day. He gets a big double and key bunts by Gene, but Seeks came through. It was nice for him to have a big night for us. He's been due for one of those. So big home run and a 2-run single off a really tough lefty. You know, Scott's got really good stuff, and should not go unnoticed the at-bat that Mitch Haniger had in that inning as well to load the bases. So we were able to put enough together there in the 8th. It wasn't pretty offensively tonight, but we had some big at-bats and we needed it.
Seattle sends Wade LeBlanc to the mound today to take on Baltimore's Alex Cobb. 4:05 first pitch. To the Les Schwab scoreboard we go. What else happened in the American League West last night? There are your finals. Mookie Betts, Jackie Bradley Jr., Christian Vasquez, and J.D. Martinez all hit home runs. Boston beat the Angels. The final there was 9-1. Jed Lowry's 4th hit of the night gave Oakland the lead in the 9th in a game that came back from being down 6 runs, and they beat Detroit 9-7. The Tigers are really struggling this year. San Diego scored 3 runs in the 8th to come from behind, and they beat Texas 3-2 at Globe Life Park in Arlington. And Charlie Morton struck out 13. He's now got 10 wins on the season. The Astros beat the Blue Jays in Houston. The final was 7-0, and there are your standings. Seattle 3.5 back of division-leading Houston. 29 minutes after the hour, it is time for the Obscura holiday. It is June 27th, and today is kind of a shady day. Shady day for your eyes anyway. It's National Sunglasses Day. There you go, National Sunglasses Day. Summer's in full swing. Sun is high in the sky on a bright blue day. You got to wear sunglasses. You just have to. It's just obviously UV protection, is the number one thing. Plus, you kind of look cool. Look like you got something to hide. UV rays are not very good for you. I used to wear sunglasses on the golf course, but now I have to wear prescription glasses. And I had a pair of prescription sunglasses, and I broke them. I haven't gotten repaired yet. I need to do that because I play a lot of golf, and I have to wear my regular glasses, and it's not good. You're squinting the whole time. You know, the number one metropolitan area in the United States for sunglass sales? Seattle. Seattle. I kid you not. Why? Because they don't get a lot of sunshine. And when they don't get a lot of sun, and they do, the sunshine comes out, people either lose their sunglasses, can't find them, or break them, and they just go buy another pair. Yes, Seattle leads the nation in sales of sunglasses. Go figure that. 31 minutes after the hour, today in history, 3 items caught my eye. We did this on Monday, the beginning of the Korean War. That's when the North invaded the South. 2 days after North Korea invaded South Korea, the United States said, we're in. The United States decides to send troops to fight on behalf of the South in the Korean War on this date 68 years ago. Here are the numbers for the Korean War. 36,574 Americans died in the Korean War. 450,742 Americans were wounded, nearly 500,000, and 7,926 Americans were declared MIA. The United States involved in the Korean War on this date 68 years ago today. June 27th, 1967, 51 years ago today, say hello to the world's first ATM. The automatic teller machine was installed at Barclays Bank in Enfield, England. The device was invented by John Shepard Barron. The machine operated on a voucher system, which didn't make any sense to me. The voucher system. So it didn't give you cash. It gave you a voucher. Then you had to go inside the bank to get your money. By the way, the maximum withdrawal was at 28 bucks. Happy birthday to the ATM. And say goodbye to Route 66, 33 years ago today, June 27th, 1985. The iconic Route 66, the march to the west from Chicago, Illinois to Santa Monica, California, was officially decertified by the United States Department of Transportation. Most of Route 66 is gone now. Some of it is just overgrown. Some of it is still part of smaller systems, but the interstate highway system spelled the end of Route 66 before a long time in the 20s and 30s and 40s. If you wanted to go west, young man, you took iconic Route 66, which went away on this date 33 years ago today. And finally, we got birthdays to get to. Helen Keller, the author, the academic, activist Helen Keller, born in Alabama, June 27th, 1880, died at the age of 87 in 1968. Of course, she was deaf and she was blind. She wasn't born that way, though. When she was 19 months old, she got an illness. Nobody really knows what it was. Most people today, doctors have studied it, and they think she either had scarlet fever or a meningitis. In any event, she was born with her hearing and with her sight. She lost them both at the age of 19 months, but of course lived a long and fruitful life. Helen Keller, born in this state in 1880. This is a national holiday, by the way, or a state holiday in Pennsylvania. J.J. Abrams is 52 years old today, the American director, producer, screenwriter. You name it, he's done it. Armageddon, the reboot of Star Trek, Star Wars, The Force Awakens, Lost, the TV show. I'm still waiting for an apology for that. Mission Impossible series. J.J. Abrams, who's working on the new Star Wars movie as we speak. He is 52 years old today. And Spider-Man is 43. Tobey Maguire. I got dragged to the first Spider-Man movie. When was that? 15 years ago when they made Spider-Man? And I loved it. I thought it was cool. I wasn't even a Spider-Man fan, but I enjoyed the movie. Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3, Spider-Man 15, Pleasantville, The Cider House. The Cider House Rules, The Wonder Boy, Seabiscuit. He was in Seabiscuit. That was a good movie. The movie Brothers, The Great Gatsby. Tobey Maguire, talented American actor, is 42 years old today. Happy birthday, Spider-Man. 34 minutes after the hour, everybody is entitled to Mike Magnotti's opinion. And then Jennifer Bouchon will be joining us from the Town Toyota Center. They have a busy weekend and a busy summer. From our good folks at the Town Toyota Center, Jennifer will be in the house when we come back. You watch Wake Up in Anchi Valley on the NCW Life Channel.
The Arbiter of Stoke is a series that highlights a variety of outdoor adventure sports that are available in the Pacific Northwest. I dedicate my time to enjoying this natural playground. The decision is yours. How will you keep your stoke?
I have a doctor who knows what they're talking about.
It's just so much more hands-on and friendly than anywhere else I've ever been.
It's really great to walk into somewhere where you feel welcomed and you feel accepted.
We've just been grateful for the care and respect that we've been given there.
And here when I come to visit my doctor, I'm not afraid to ask questions.
It's not just about getting you in and out.
I love my care at CVCH. It's awesome. Give it a try.
Walk and Roll Wenatchee's Asian Express is fast, fresh food. Wenatchee Roll's new Poke Hawaiian Fresh Salad Bar is the best. Fresh greens, fresh seafood, and handmade sauces. You know what you want. At Walk and Roll, create your own style meal. Hot off the line chicken, beef, and veggie plates. Lunch or dinner to match your appetite. Fresh sushi, hot entrees, Poke Fresh Salad Bar. It's new. It's Walk and Roll Wenatchee, fast, fresh food your way. Located on 5th and Mission.
It's golf the way it should be at the Kaler Glen Golf and Ski Resort at beautiful Lake Wenatchee. With water, wildlife, towering pines, their signature driving range, and lush green grass, you don't have to be good to play Kaler Glen. Just be prepared to have fun. And the Kaler Glen Golf Special is the way to do just that. On Wednesdays, you can golf 18 holes with a cart for just $25. It's the NCW Life Channel Special, exclusively at the Kaler Glen Golf and Ski Resort.
If you want to work in healthcare, choose the program that teaches the skills employers want. The Charter College Medical Assistant Program combines hands-on learning in the lab with convenient online learning, plus real-life experience with an externship. Classes start every 5 weeks, so you don't have to wait to launch your new career. Enroll with confidence, knowing Charter is institutionally accredited by the Accrediting Bureau of Health Education Schools, and be ready to work in less than a year. Charter College. We work to get you to work.
Hey there, Wenatchee. I'm Sean Lee, and I'm inviting you to come down and check out what we're all about at Badger Mountain Brewing.
Great beer, good food, and an endless source of entertainment for the whole family. Our Honey Blonde beer is flying off the shelves at your local grocery store. But I tell you what, it's even better on tap. And while you're here, try our signature Badger sauce with one of our delicious meals. Whether you're in the mood for a wrap, salad, pizza, or nachos, Badger Mountain Brewing has what you're looking for.
This is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. Now, you know what I don't understand? Strip clubs and lap dances. Now, my experience in these areas is totally non-existent, so maybe I don't have the right to an opinion. But why would a supposedly intelligent man go to a place where you have to pay a woman who despises you, by the way, to get you turned on? And then your only course of action is to sit with the other jamokes you came with and drink more bad beer. Well, I guess the operative words here are supposedly intelligent. Now, God gave us men 2 brains, but only enough blood to run one at a time. Now, this is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and that's my opinion.
Vamanos Junk Haulers are pleased to announce they've added moving services to their list of ways to make your life easier. Vamanos Moving Service. No move is too big or small. In fact, Vamanos does it all. Vamanos employees are experienced at moving your home, office, business, and storage. They'll carefully load and unload your belongings. And for the do-it-yourselfers, Vamanos also rents trucks and cargo trailers. Call Vamanos Junk Haulers and Moving Service today to schedule your free estimate.
Boating is a great way to bring family and friends together. At Bob File Boats and Motors, they have the boats for any lifestyle: fishing, wakeboarding, or just relaxing on the water. Buying a new boat is more affordable than you might think at Bob File Boats and Motors. Online at bobfile.com or on Sunset Highway in East Wenatchee.
Bob File Boats and Motors. We're dealing. Bob File's gonna make you smile.
We're here to celebrate every season with
award-winning dining, full-service spa, and 170 waterfront guest rooms. Come experience our tradition of hospitality at Campbell's Resort on Lake Chelan.
Dear Mary Maids, just got home from a trade show and I didn't have time to pick up the house. Kids made chili. Jeff did a mud run. Oh, and Winston shredded Teddy's bed. Again, please clean it the best you can. Oh, except for the statue Max made for me. Thanks, Abby.
Hi, Abby. Clean kitchen, clean bath, clean floor, naughty cat, poor Teddy. The statue is precious. You should keep it forever. See you next time, Mary Maids.
Major.
What? Huh? Oh, we're back. It's local television. What do you do? 41 minutes after the hour on this edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I am Dan Kuntz, my guest today, no stranger to this program. I can't remember how many times you've been on, Jennifer. Jennifer Bouchon from the Town Toyota Center.
Good morning.
Probably a dozen, anyway?
I'm sure, yeah.
Something like that.
It's been fun.
So, you're always good for a great visit, so.
We'll have lots of stuff to talk about.
Yes.
Which is great.
How's summer going so far at the TTC? Everything cool?
Everything, no pun intended, everything is really cool down at the Town Toyota Center, and thanks again for having me. But ice is out as of right now, so as you know, sometimes you go in, the ice is in the main arena, sometimes it's out. It is out. We had the 50th citizenship immigration ceremony last night, and so it went wonderful, all red, white, and blue. So shout out to Norma and Guy Gallegos, I believe, for putting on that event. And so
yeah, the Gallegoses do a great job on that.
They do, so. And so that was wonderful to have that. We have now turned late last night. The angels of the arena, I always call them, have turned it again, and we are getting ready for our Dog Days of Summer.
Yeah,
which is our second annual show. It's a so fun to produce. It makes my heart happy, honestly. Thanks again to Country Financial and Coastal Farm and Ranch for presenting the event. But it's a free show. So I know that there are a lot of the events at the Town Toyota Center can be our ticketed events. This is the one that is free. So from 10 to 3 this Saturday, get your dog, you're well behaved, put him on a leash.
On a leash, that's the key.
And come on down.
It's a lot of things. If you're a dog lover, you absolutely have to take your dog to the Town Toyota. Is this still in conjunction with WDA?
So thanks again. Shout out to Linda Haglund for having coffee with me one day, and we were brainstorming about some great ideas, and this was one that came to fruition. So last year, downtown will not be there, but then of course they're still advocates and very supportive. But this is something we're having about 40 vendors now. Thanks again, Wenatchee Kennel Club is instrumental. They will be putting on in the middle of the arena, Dan. We'll have agility training. You'll be able, if you want to show your dog someday, you'll be able to learn how show handling. They'll be doing some tricks, so come on down. It'll be public participation at 11:30 for some show tricks. If you want to do a fun pageant, P-A-W pageant, come in at 10 o'clock, register for $5. You get to register your dog in the pageant, and at noon the pageant will occur. There'll be some prizes, some introduction. Lachlan Ross, our new sales guy in marketing, he will be emceeing the event. And it should be a lot of fun. It's just I call it a hoot and a half, but it really is, because these dogs are so fun. And the dogs were so good last year. We saw everything from a Great Dane to a little Chihuahua standing next to each other. And nobody was arguing.
And there were no untoward incidents. All the dogs were on their best behavior. That's really the key. If your dogs have some social interaction problems, you probably don't want to bring them. But if you got a fun, stupid, happy dog who likes to hang around with other dogs and is fairly well behaved and knows their commands, bring them.
Definitely. I think we emphasize, it must be on a leash. But I was really pleasantly surprised that there were no issues. It was actually pretty quiet overall in there. We do have a kids area, so please come in. We want to welcome. It is free to get in. Once you enter the doors, there is a ticketed fee, so it's either $1 or you can buy 25 tickets for $20. So we will have Trinity Inflatables will be there with some henna tattoos, some photo booth, some other new hoop shoot that they just came out with, so we're excited to see that. And then you walk in, and in the main arena, there'll be free things. So all the vendors are going to be giving away. If you're looking, maybe you have a question regarding, hey, I want to adopt a boxer, I want to adopt a Dalmatian, a purebred. what is that going to be for my family? So there will be some opportunities to ask those questions, to gain some information. But I think also it's always fun because you get free stuff. Country Financial will be giving away $500 gift certificates or several of those to Firehouse Pet Shop. Coastal will be giving away a year's supply of $500 worth of gift cards as well. So we have a lot of fun things, everything from Tap
This is
and Pet.
cool. We need to mention this before I forget.
Yeah.
Almost everybody has a picture of their dog, usually with them. You can actually get a drawing of your dog, right?
Yeah.
Now that's cool.
No, that is cool.
Yeah.
And last year we only had one of the drawing artists, and this year we're bringing in 2 from Seattle. They're caricature artists, thank you. And we will have 2 of them. So
That's
nobody
neat.
will be cut off. I know a lot of people brought down 4 or 5 animals that they have their doggies. So that's for $15.
And that's unique. That's cool because you don't see too many drawings of your dog. It's mostly photos, but that's a unique thing to have.
And the photo booth from Trinity will be there.
Okay.
Thanks again to PetSmart for presenting that. And so if you don't get a drawing and you want to just take a nice photo with the background, the cool green screen in the background, you can definitely do that. Tap and Pet, the new
business downtown?
downtown, they're going to be there. So,
Okay.
tap, pet, and talk about that. We have Wenatchee Brewing Company. So lots of fun. People that like dogs and family friendly, typically like to have wine and beer and be social. So I think it's going to be fun.
I'm assuming the local kennel club has some sort of involvement with this.
So yes,
Yeah.
Wenatchee Humane Society will be there with a few, hopefully, dogs that they have up for adoption, what they have open, and they'll also have volunteers there on site. So if you have questions regarding the Humane Society, the developments there, but also the Wenatchee Kennel Club was really instrumental in setting up the agility ring, the rally ring, and the show ring. And their schedule, everything from show handling at 10 o'clock, scent workshop demo at 10:30, to, of course, we have the pageant at noon. So if you want to be in the pageant, we only please come in at 10 and register your dog.
Outside of, as Jennifer mentioned, a few odds and ends that will cost you money, but admission to get in the door is free, and free is a good price. Free is an excellent price.
Free is a good price, and dogs are free. So it's something that we do have a couple potty stations. We do say, take a look at those, be respectful, of course, but really overall there were no issues. So I was really pleasantly surprised with our doggy guests.
So that is happening this Saturday at the Town Toyota Center. And then coming up on July 29th, Billy, Dusty, and Frank. ZZ Top.
That's right.
How did you swing this?
You know what? Shout out to Miller and Mark as our GM for booking that. He's been working on it for a while. I know it's something that they came up before, and timing's everything. Obviously we, as you know, we pay our acts, but we also invite the community to come in, and we try to keep everything really affordable. Still, to see a national act like ZZ Top, to pay tickets start at only $47 for that show. We have sold out. Our highest price ticket is $77. We have sold out that. We're almost sold out at the $67 level. So really $47, $57, they're still all great seats. I always say, it's an intimate facility for the most part. You still get to see a big rock show and have great seats, great viewing. Tickets are selling really, really well. We have, I think, over 3,000 out the door right now. We still have about 500, 600 left. We assume we will be very close to being sold out. It'll be full. It'll be fun. All your friends are going to be there. So I do want to word of caution, though. I guess public service, definitely note that you're on our website when you're buying concert tickets, towntoyotacenter.com, for all that information, because, Dan, people have been on other sites and they do say this is a reseller site. It's perfectly legal. They've bought tickets from us. They are reselling them. I understand that guests have purchased $400 to $500 for these ZZ Top tickets. So just please buyer beware. Please be on our website when you're purchasing those tickets.
Yeah, that practice has been going on for years. As Jennifer mentioned, it's not illegal. If you buy good seats, you can turn around and sell them and make a profit. Don't forget to put it on your taxes, but your best bet's to go to the Town Toyota Center website. Just do that.
If you're paying more than $67 at this point for ZZ Top tickets, unless you're purchasing the VIP, you are paying too much.
And who's kidding? Who, as Jennifer just mentioned, is no bad seats.
No bad seats. They're all great. So come. It's going to be a great show. We're excited for that.
As I mentioned earlier on the show, I spent some time at Walla Walla Point Park getting wet with the sprinklers. Not my idea. But I noticed the fences are up and the tires are being laid in, and that means Revolution kart racing is back again this summer. Third year, fourth year?
I
want to say at least
third year. And
Yeah.
they expanded this year. They do the track different every year. It's lots of fun. Normally the staff, we do a little test and race it. We haven't done that yet this summer, but we will at some point in the early evening. But it's a fun event. It's something for the family. I think it's great to be able to go back and forth to the park, especially this time of year with the fireworks coming up around the corner. Shout out to that committee. So thanks again for putting that on. But definitely, it's a family friendly. The waterfront district has really is booming, and I think what a better way than this summer to enjoy, have some go-karts. You can still public ice skate every day from 1 to 3. Fridays and Saturday nights are still busy with our young teens and our youth on Fridays and Saturdays, but then to walk over to the park and enjoy that, or within a mile, mile and a half you can walk to Pybus. So really it's getting
along the riverfront,
along
which
the
is
riverfront.
cool.
It's really a wonderful district. So
the Town Toyota Center is really becoming a kind of a, to use a mall phrase, it's kind of become an anchor store to that part of town, because you have the Town Toyota Center. The Walla Walla Point Park was already there. Town Toyota Center is a great complement to it, and now the businesses are flocking to that area. You have that new climbing gym, which is always busy, and I noticed Brendan Dragoo is building a little office building right down the road, and you've had Lowe's there. There's just it's become a drawing card, that area of town. Because of the Town Toyota Center.
I think it's just been so wonderful for residents like me and tourists to really come in and use the facility. And it is amazing because how many tourists that I do talk to in the public rink, and I'll say, where'd you come from? They say, we're here from Seattle for the weekend. We're just going to ice skate, and then we have a baseball game or whatnot.
Right.
So I think it's been a wonderful asset. We're so grateful to be able to work there and play.
How important was it to have the Wenatchee Wild go as deep as they did into the playoffs? Because you had more home games than ever this year at the Town Toyota Center.
Yeah, shout out to Coach Bliss and the whole Wild. Thrilled to be seeing them as champions, and they are champions through and through. And it was great, outstanding. Obviously, we love that our food and beverage went crazy.
Yeah, I bet.
Fans went crazy. It was so fun to see the energy in the building, and great season. We'll look forward to, we're building next year. So
we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk to Jennifer about their big 10-year anniversary celebration. But before we do that, quick reminder, on Wednesday, July 4th, of course, was the big Let's Have a Blast Independence Day celebration at Walla Walla Point Park, right across the street from the Town Toyota Center. Sunrise Rotary will be manning the parking lot at the Town Toyota Center, and for a donation, you can park there at the Town Toyota Center parking lot and walk across the street. And the Sunrise Rotary people do really good work. So if everybody's, parking's really tight down there because this is a sea of humanity on July 4th. But do yourself a favor, park at the Town Toyota Center parking lot, and the money goes to the folks at Sunrise Rotary who'll be taking care of that. And that's a neat deal. That's cool. It's nice of them to do that. And it's a good fundraiser for them.
That's right.
So I just wanted to throw that out there. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, guess who's turning 10 years old in October? It's not Jennifer, and it's not me. It's a certain arena. We'll talk about that when we come back. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
I wish we had something cool for the kids to do this summer. I feel like we've just done it all.
Have you heard about the 100 Days of Summer at the Rack? The kids can take a dive with swim team, challenge themselves with karate and junior workouts. It's games galore playing tennis and pickleball. No need to choose. They can try it all with the Rack Summer Multi-Sport Camps. There's fun for you too. Get fit with group fitness or work on that tan by the pool. The Rack has something for the whole family. Find all the details at WRAC.org and do your 100 Days of Summer at the Rack, where we play every day.
Yamaha ATVs and side-by-side vehicles are proven off-road. Designed, engineered, and tested in the real world, they provide the best balance of off-road capability, comfort, and confidence, delivering performance that is truly proven off-road.
I definitely recommend them for new floors.
They made it so easy.
It looks like a whole new house.
Great service, great prices.
Want a recommendation before you buy new carpets or floors? Don't take our word for it, just listen to our customers.
And they guarantee their work for life.
Flooring America, where friends send friends. Select pet-friendly, kid-friendly, oops-friendly carpet and floors are on sale now.
Papa Murphy's presents a fresh take on fresh. Here's the deal. If it comes from a freezer, not fresh. Box, not fresh. Bag, not fresh. Fresh means just chopped vegetables. Cheese grated by us daily. Fresh means we don't even have ovens, because you have an oven. So you can feel good about feeding it to your... Home bake a large Gourmet Delight Greek pepperoni pizza, topped with pepperoni, spinach, black olives, and feta cheese. Just $9. Papa Murphy's. Love at 425 degrees.
We are back on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan Kuntz alongside Jennifer Bouchon from the Town Toyota Center. We touched on the Big Dog Days of Summer, which is this Saturday. ZZ Top coming up on July 29th. Revolution Kart Racing will be up and running probably in the next couple of days.
Oh, it's up. Yeah, it's up. It's on.
It's on? Okay, I'm sorry, I did not notice that yesterday. Good.
It's rolling.
So, and you can find, by the way, all the information, including tickets, towntoyotacenter.com. There you go. And then everything's leading up to the anniversary, the very first event at the Town Toyota Center, October 5th, 2008. You're turning 10.
The building is 10 years old. It is a celebration. It is a way for us, you can see a beautiful logo there that our graphic designer created, but a way to give back and to say thanks. And to say thanks to those pioneers, those great minds, the community that worked together. And I think it is a celebration. I wrote an article a while ago, but it's a celebration of coming together. It's a unified front. It's way before my time, before a lot of us, but I think a lot of people, I mean, I remember the groundbreaking. I was a citizen, I'm the tax, different things, and I think that it's everyone coming together. So it's a way to recognize those people. I think you'll be hearing more. We've been working on this since last October. I'm working with a group from both the city, the chamber, from different entities, and we're coming together, past employees. So it's been really fun to see some people that still have really vested interest in the facility and what do they want to see? How do they want to celebrate? The first event was actually the quilt show, and it still is with us today. And the quilters are great, the Quilt Guild. And then the first concert, I'm told, was Chris Bodie. He went acoustic.
Yes.
And then Leon Rhymes right after that, which was a sellout show. So it's going to be fun. We are definitely planning. I want to save the date right now. I'll put a shout out, October 6th. It's a Saturday from 1 to 4. It will be a public open house. So if you haven't been down, or if you have a gazillion times, it's an opportunity for you to come down. Free public ice skating during that 1 to 4 period time. Definitely in the rink. We're looking at the main arena. We will be doing tours. We hope to have our players, our teams, our coaches, who's ever in town available to give some tours, to greet people, and there's cake. So it's free cake. So it's just a wonderful celebration. We're hoping to have something that people can sign to commemorate the 10 years. And we have our beautiful logo you can see, and working with, like I said, the chamber to document some other things. We're putting together a very extensive program book. For instance, Dan, a fun fact is, did you know we have 15,000 hours we have given for volunteers just in the last 10 years. So $64 million that we have generated in economic impact in the last 10 years. So that $64 million, when we talk about economic impact, that's hotels, motels, restaurants, and we can talk further about that. And then
we only got about a minute left.
Okay, so. October 9th, we have our special dignitary event, and that's a paid event. It's going to be the Taste of the Town Toyota Center. It's open to the public. We hope to recognize everyone at that point in time and have lots of people talking. So all that information and more is at towntoyotacenter.com. Click down 10-year anniversary, and just really want to say thank you to everyone for supporting the facility. Thank you for being there. Thank you for buying a ticket. Thank you for coming to any event. And
no Town Toyota Center, no Wenatchee Wild, no ZZ Top, no Steve Miller Band. None of that exists without the actual building and the fact that the people of North Central Washington decided to tax themselves way back in 2012 to save it. Was one of the best moves we've made in a long time. Jennifer, say hi to Mark and the crew.
I will do. They're working hard.
Have a great 4th of July, everybody. We will see you tomorrow. Till then, take care and bye-bye.